Is the pineal gland for everybody? Is the opening of the third eye for everybody, or is it only for specific people who are like gurus or enlightened masters? Well, I face this question from many people who think that opening of the pineal gland is only for a few specific special people. Now I ask them, who are these special people? What do what makes them special and qualified to open the pineal gland and not the rest? Let me explain. I think it is for everybody, and I think it's an essential, it needs to be essential part of everybody's curriculum at school, if you ask me. Why? See, 70,000 years ago, mankind lived just like the animal. Then something happened that unleashed the power of their imagination. They learned to talk. This is a line from Pink Floyd's album Division Bell, but this expresses in a short thing what it meant when mankind was, let's say, a hunter, much before a hunter-gatherer. He just lived like an animal because he did not know, he had a sense, he was not aware, he was in a different field of consciousness. He was not aware that this sense, the sense of speech, can be used, the tongue can be used for speech. He did not know that. Since he did not know, he lived like an animal. But one day, the field of consciousness just escalated, step up in our evolution, when we realized, aha, we have this tongue and that can be used to communicate, make stories, build gossip, to share knowledge, information, transmit information. And then suddenly humankind rised up from this stage of consciousness to another stage. There was an evolutionary jump. Likewise, I think today humankind is moving towards or evolving into a new species. Now, all this while we were not aware that we have another sense, a sixth sense. We have only thought we have these five senses to navigate in the physical space: the sense of touch, the sense of smell, the sense of sight, the senses necessary to navigate in this physical space. And we thought, and the extra thing is just our mind that gives us logic or reasons out things, and etc. But today we are at this verge, this conscious evolution concept, that the world is changing rapidly, and we are at this space where we are going into the next step in our evolution. Homo sapiens are evolving into a new species, and I call it Homo celestis, celestial beings. Right? Now, this evolution is not triggered by physical evolutionary changes. It is only with a realization, an awakening of some sort, which is the spiritual awakening that is happening all around us. An awakening, a realization that we have another sense. Aha! A sense which we call the inner sense. A sense of the other dimension, beyond the physical dimensions. A sense, a gland, the spirit gland that helps us connect with the spiritual realm, or the realm beyond the physical. Right? The very idea of spirituality is the idea that we have begun to become aware of the fact that we are not just a body and a mind, but we are also a spirit. But the very spiritual revolution right now is the idea that we are beginning to become aware that we are a spirit, and hence we are seeing the world not just as a physical body and a physical mind, but also as a spirit. That changes our entire perspective of things, because the spirit is not from this dimension like a body or mind. It is not from the three dimensions. So this is the sense organ of the spirit. The pineal gland is a sense organ of the spirit. Right? Exactly what happens when we meditate, when we close our eyes, we find ourselves transported to another space, a space of another intelligence, another space altogether. And that is because we shut down our senses, physical senses, and give space for our inner sense to prevail, to express itself, to be. So just being, closing our eyes, being in the moment, just forgetting a mind, leaving a mind out of the picture. Our sense organs, we're not communicating with things from other, we're not receiving stimuli, we're not giving out information. We're just shutting ourselves and closing our eyes. And what happens in this space? In this space, our third eye opens. Our sixth sense is awake because all our five senses are dormant. Right? So, coming back to the point of, is the pineal gland activation for everybody? The third eye opening for everybody? In today's world, yes, it is for everybody, because mankind is equipped and we are in this space where we need to, in fact, it's become a necessity, right? So if you were to tell me it is only for special people, I would just say it is stupid to think that way, really. It is just another sense, it is a sixth sense. So if you open it, if you activate that, it just is a realization. It's nothing that you get from outside, it is already a sense you have, like the sense of speech. Just when you are aware you have this and learn how to use it, your experience of this reality becomes completely different. Your perceptions become very different. Your point of view changes, your perceptions change, and your reality changes. It's like this, think of it like this. You have two eyes to navigate the physical space. Supposing you are in a traffic jam, sitting in a traffic jam, and you're frustrated because you can't see beyond what you can see from your physical eyes. You don't know when the traffic is going to clear, at what point it will clear. You don't know what is happening on the other side, etc. Now, if you have another eye, which is up there, like an eagle soaring up, and can see the field, the whole thing, then your reaction to the traffic jam is going to be completely different, because now you are in awareness. Now you know when things are going to be in the clear. You know what is happening ahead. You know that the boss that is waiting for you in the office is actually not come to the office, or busy, or whatever it is, you know. And because awareness, when you're aware, things just change. Right? Your perspective changes. It's like you're climbing a mountain, and then you look from below the mountain, you're looking at the peak. You can only see so much. You can't see from up above. And you think the path above is a straight line, because this is what your logic tells you, that you need to go straight. That's the most efficient way to reach up. But if you have your eye up there, your third eye, which is not from this dimension and hence is not limited by space and time, and you have it up there, and it is telling you as an instinct, as an intuition, it's telling you, don't go up straight, actually go around and then go up. Okay, so, and then you will reach the top easier, right? So a different perspective, and you have a completely higher perspective, it changes your point of view, it changes your actions, it changes your reactions. It's like knowing the truth, it's like knowing the purpose of your life. It's like it is a very rich, your life will suddenly open up to a whole lot of possibilities when you have this gland active, when you have this sense active and keen. So if you were to ask me, is this third eye thing open for everybody? Does everybody need to experience this? I would say, hell yes. Today it is a necessity that we become aware of the idea that we have another sense, an inner sense, an intuition, a capability of intuition, a capability of clairvoyance, a capability of other dimensional access to the other dimensions. And then we become a multi-dimensional being, easily able to navigate in this life, easily able to navigate this world as a spirit as well, as much as a body and as much as a mind.